Hello everybody, this is Eddie Garcia with Gulf Coast Livestock Auction here in Alice, Texas. I created this YouTube channel to try to help inform the producers as to different aspects of the cattle markets. I believe sometimes there's a disconnect between the two, and it's our job as owners and representatives not only to sell your cattle, but help you sell your cattle better. Today we're going to be going over what determines the value of your cull cows or your slaughter cows. And cull cows are any cows that you take out of your herd for disposition, inefficiency, bad udders, lameness, whatever the case may be. Well, when you bring those cows to us, the industry term for them is packer cows. And we have 4 different packer cow buyers every week representing 4 different slaughterhouses. And we may have 100 to 200 cows a week available to them. Today we're going to be talking about the yield and the fill in the cow. The yield being how many pounds of meat that we're going to get off of that animal versus the fill, or how many pounds of waste that are in her rumen that kind of offset that yield, and how that pertains to what she's worth. The buyers have to buy these cattle on a rail price because that's what the packing houses put out. So they'll put out maybe $1. Let's say last Tuesday they put $1.50 out on the rail. Well, the buyers have to convert that rail price to a live price in the ring. So they have to take those numbers of what she yields, like cow on the left 43 to 45% and the cow on the right 49 to 52%. They have to take the price on the rail times whatever she yields, and that gives her a live weight price, which we sell, and that's how we sell the cattle at the sale barn. So when I talk about yield and carcass, I'm talking about when the best example I can give is when you're at deer camp and you shoot a deer and you hang it upside down and you take its neck, take all its extremities, the insides, all the skin off. What's left there is your carcass. And I've outlined what would be deemed as a carcass on those 2 cows there to give you a better idea. Now, as you can see, the cow on the left, where it says yield, right below that it says fill. Because what fill does, fill will offset your yield. In that if a cow comes in and she's what we call real tanked up or real full, when she comes in the ring, the buyers have to offset that extra waste in her rumen because we're not going to get paid for that. Just because it's part of her weight doesn't mean that the representative of the packing house is going to get paid for it. So in order to offset that, they have to take that risk out of that animal with lowering the price. So while the cow on the left may have weighed 1,000 pounds when she was bought, on Tuesday, by the time she gets slaughtered, even with feed and water, she may weigh 920 or 940, and at 60 to 70 cents a pound times the amount of weight that she lost, well, the packing houses are going to be out that money because there's no way to account for that. So what we're looking at is bringing in a cow that has a decent fill. And if you look at the cow on the right, is what right under her stomach, what's what we call a draw, where the cow's a little bit more drawed up. And believe me, these cows have plenty of access to good hay and water at the sale barn. But when you take a cow out of its natural diet, they're going to shrink a little bit. The cow on the right is a lot better cow. She's a lot better streamlined. She has a lot better leg and shoulder. And she has what we call a draw, to where there's not as much waste in her rumen as the cow on the left. So when she comes in the ring, the cattle buyers are going to give more for her because they know they're buying more of a true value, which is the carcass. The cow on the left comes in a little bit fuller, a little bit wastier. She doesn't have quite the leg. Her shoulder up in the front isn't as meaty. So she's going to be deemed less valuable than the cow on the right. The cow on the right may have brought 70 cents a pound. The cow on the left probably about 62 to 63. She's going to do about 43 to 45%. The cow on the right is going to do about 49 to 52. So if you took those cows and deemed them as 100% as a whole, and you took off all their extremities, just like you would the process of a deer, hung their carcass up, that's how much that carcass is going to weigh versus their live weight. And that's where you get your yield, and that's how you get paid from the packing house. I hope that helps you understand a little bit more. And from a herd management standpoint, you want to bring your cows in not too full, but you don't want to bring them in too drawed either. You want to bring a cow in that has a good carcass to her before she gets too thin or before she gets too fat, and to try to capture the value of the cow the best you can. We appreciate your interest in our business, and I want to show you this aspect before we go to the live aspect of the animals actually being in the pen. Thank you so much.